9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
That was less abrupt. That mistake that I just made.
My goodness, it was loud.
It was. I
Forgot
forgot.
about these.
All 0 people watching
Mm-hmm.
are going to know right away what's about to happen.
Right.
Since nobody advertised it, we didn't advertise it at all.
Right.
Because sometimes that's for security reasons.
Right. We get caught up in whatever.
But we have a guest, and that guest is a very special chef.
Yeah, man.
Special in many ways.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
Frank Meatballs Scuderi.
Oh, Tony Verona's watching. He's gonna like this.
Ah,
He'll like this.
he's a good one.
Yeah.
Frankie, welcome.
Thanks for having me, man.
How are you?
How's everything? How you doing? We haven't spoken in quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Everything's good, just doing my thing,
So might as well hit the ground running. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So pretty much I would say my first claim to fame, I was on Food Network, Worst Cooks in America, on season 14.
That's right.
So does that actually put a feather in one's cap? Like, if you can't be the best, be the worst? Because this is the worst podcast in America, and it's done nothing for us.
So pretty much, I like to say, like, if somebody doesn't know anything about it, let's just say it's more like a regular person's Chopped. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They'll teach you what to cook, and then you got to duplicate it. And the person that did the worst gets to go home.
Okay.
So, and there's 2 teams, and they just keep eliminating people until there's one left on each team, and then you got to keep in mind with all shows, it is a show, and they do go for ratings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Oh, of course. So they want the personalities to go further.
Right. Absolutely.
Create a little drama.
Yeah.
Infighting.
Yeah.
We were just at a cooking show the other day. That's pretty intense, man.
Yeah. Yeah. A friend of ours
I was in the crowd. Yeah, a friend of ours
is a chef, and he's been doing some local catering, and he just won a local macaroni and cheese contest.
Oh, right.
And Jeff was there and saw
Yeah,
the
so
intensity of you chef people.
well, yeah, you're out there, the crowd. It's intense. Like the whole community's there. People are like, they're like either loving your stuff, or some of them are like, oh, this tastes like shit.
Yeah,
like,
and they have no
like-
problem just saying it.
Yeah,
They
it's
stand
like
there.
brutal, man.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like, when I'm not a chef by any means, I'm just a good cook. I mean, a cook. Grandmother says crook, but anyway, I prefer cook and not a crook. But the only thing that really makes you a chef is that piece of paper. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Mhm.
You either got it or you don't.
And the special coat.
Yeah. So pretty much, I say with all these competitions, you got to realize that these guys are out of their element. You know what I mean? They're not in their kitchen. They're somewhere where it's very unfamiliar, and now they got to compete against 5 or 6 other people. It's kind of nerve wracking. You know.
Oh yeah, it's probably. I'm sure it takes
Yeah.
a while to catch a balance when you're. I was just, I fancy myself to be quite the amateur cook. I like to cook. I made a beautiful eggplant parmesan, but I did a twist on it. I microwave everything. So, and then just working in my girlfriend's kitchen, I couldn't find anything.
Oh,
Microwaves a different wattage than mine.
yeah, that's right. You stuff
So-
off.
So until you tried a nice gummy eggplant parmesan, you haven't lived.
So I was just at a pizza bowl.
Okay.
Pretty much, it's they vote. You vote for your favorite pizza place from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then the top 4 pizza places in each region, they break up Jersey into 3 regions: South, Central, and North. And so four contestants from each region go up to North Jersey, and they compete. They compete in their region. Goes to the final round to see who's the best in New Jersey. And the final round, they got people from The Sopranos, Goodfellas, actors that were being judges, and everything's blind tasting. You know what I mean? They don't.
Yeah, right.
So they raise money. They do that to raise money for Tunnels to Towers Foundation.
Interestingly enough, we have somebody that's watching right now, Roy Romano, who's very big into the Tunnels and Towers Foundation in our area. They host I think it's a 5K.
Yeah.
And they had hosted it a few times, and then I guess it was a couple years where they didn't. I'm sure the pandemic probably had something to do with that.
Yeah.
And then I think they just hosted one last summer. So yeah, we're definitely familiar with it. So that's cool.
And so I bring that up because now I've been to a lot of these pizza place restaurants and ate their pizza,
Mm-hmm.
but it tastes totally different there at the place.
Yeah, right.
Their element, and it's just it's rough, and you always have upsets when it comes to the pizzas. You always have upsets.
Yeah, that's got to be tough doing the pizza, man. I don't know. Who do you think's got the best pizza?
He's going to say Jersey.
We think.
I'm
Jersey?
North Jersey. I like the pizza from North Jersey. I prefer it over South Jersey. But South Jersey's no slouch. But I think my favorite pizza. I love pizza.
I'm sorry, you cut out there for a second. Your favorite pizza was?
Brooklyn.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Something with the water, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the right parts of Manhattan, not the touristy parts of Manhattan. I always tell Jeff my favorite pizzeria, bar none, is Sbarro. Every time I go to the airport, I give myself a little present and have school lunch pizza at Sbarro.
I love myself a good frozen pizza. I'm not going to lie. I'm not ashamed.
Hey, you know what? Now you say that, I'll give you guys the opportunity to make fun of me. The best frozen pizza I've ever had was Barron's. The little
Barron's, huh?
The single serving, though. The big pie, I wasn't crazy about.
No, I like. You can add more sauce, more cheese. I mean, whatever you got in the fridge, empty it onto the pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do a little clean out.
That's funny. Yeah.
So where in Jersey do you live?
I live in South Jersey. I'm around the Maple Shade area.
Okay. You grew up around that area? That's where you come from?
Nah, I grew up in South Philly.
South Philly. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I fell in love with a Jersey girl, like Bruce Springsteen said, right?
Okay. Okay.
We had an apartment in South Philly, but it just, she was like, yep, nope.
Philly's a crazy town.
Philly's a crazy, crazy city. Yeah.
It's different. I love Philadelphia. I like the people. It's a special city. It's different.
I used to service a couple hospitals that were on Girard Avenue in North Philadelphia, and I always said that on a nice sweltering August night, this must be a fucking interesting place to be.
So, what you do for the hospital? Stand outside, make people sick?
Yeah, I would just sneeze on people. No, I used to be my old career as a dinosaur. Now, and yes, Tony, I actually do. It even comes with one of those silver discs. My brother commented, "I hope you throw that single serving pizza in the microwave." Yeah, back when X-rays were developed and film was developed and a liquid developing process, we used to filter out some of the byproducts of that. I used to maintain the equipment, but that's done. That got taken over by digital.
You're telling your age, my man.
Oh, I'm 52.
Hey, you look good.
Oh, you should see me in person. I look like a mediocre kept grave.
I was going for a Leonardo DiCaprio. But
Nice.
So Gio put in show notes that you are the maker of a famous mozzarella.
I don't say famous, but you know, I there was a guy up in North Jersey, Vinny Mutz. Good guy. He has a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Makes this mozzarella that's world, and he said, yeah, man, just it's curd, and you stretch the curd, rip the curd, and I was like, oh wow, that looks easy. Started to do it, you know, just for fun, you know.
Yeah. I saw your videos on Facebook and stuff, so I started like following the videos whenever you were, you know, touring someplace or you'd be at an event handing it out. It
Yeah,
looks delish, man.
I was up by Sean. Was that summer? He was doing a fundraiser for Olivia,
Yeah.
and I went up there and made some mutts for him.
Oh, that was cool, man.
But like again with the water, right? I'm eating the mutts like
Something not quite right.
off. That was off.
That's funny.
Later when we were getting ready to leave, I said to the bartender, I was like, hey, can I get a glass of water? She's like, oh, honey, let me give you a bottle of water. You don't want to drink that well water. I was like, that's it. It's the water.
Yeah. See, now, interestingly enough, in the community where we live, we have wells, but not individual wells. We have a water system. The community has 4 or 5 giant wells. It's a very big community. My girlfriend is about 20 minutes from here, and she just signed on. Hello, Miss Lopez. She has individual, you know, her own well, and I love the taste of her water. But some of it's, you know, and Jersey water. My brother and sister both live in Jersey. I can't even stand when the fucking ice cubes melt. It just, I taste it right away. Having grown up in New York.
Yeah, it's all about the water when it comes to pizza. I'm sorry. It's just
I would say the same for bagels.
yeah.
Bagels, man.
Bro,
And
Brooklyn,
anything with a dough.
A nice bagel. Now
Yeah.
you're talking. Right?
I mean, living where we live, you become almost accustomed to crappy food.
Oh yeah, you just decide like which of the crappy ones do you want to, you know, suffer through tonight?
How much time do you have to have diarrhea tomorrow?
You know?
guys are in
What's that?
Reading.
No, we're in Northeast Pennsylvania. We're in
Lord's Valley.
Lord's Valley, Hawley, Lake Wallenpaupack area.
Poconos.
Okay. Oh, I love the Poconos.
Yeah, the Northeast Pocono region.
Where
God's country.
where it's still snowing.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to get like I don't know, inch combination of ice tonight and snow.
Yeah, us too.
That's gonna be bad.
Oh, it's a big. I guess it's a pretty big storm.
Pretty big storm coming
Yeah.
through, man. So
Yeah.
So what would you say is your thing to do? Like, what's your business now? What do you do?
Well, my regular job that pays bills, I do. I work for Philadelphia Water Ice Factory, but I just recently opened a milkshake food truck,
Oh, that's awesome.
and we do like these. I got started late, you know, when you go to open something, it's always something. So I wasn't open at the end of July, but we did pretty good considering, you know, because you gotta hustle, you gotta find your own jobs. So and that's what I was doing, but you don't know which jobs are good. And I was talking to the other food trucks. They were like, you'll find out what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, the only problem is you sometimes hemorrhaging cash while that happens.
Yeah.
It's tough. But anything having to do with the food service industry is tough.
Yeah, but it was pretty good. We make you know, like these 20-ounce milkshakes. I do a cannoli, an Italian rum cake, do a peanut butter cup blast. I do, and you know, I don't make it like a novelty milkshake, but I put like toppings on it on top of the whipped cream, like give you like a nice little a nice little lollipop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We
Where's
call
it low? Where do you have one location you go to, or?
Yeah, just all over New Jersey, really.
Oh man.
So when you refer to jobs, is that like somebody like contracting you out for a day, or jobs like locations that you go to?
Yeah, I never had a job like that where somebody's like, "Hey, could you come over and make milkshakes?" And then I have to give them a price for so many people.
Right, right.
Like if your town is having like a craft fair or something like that, a fall fair or summer fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Linda just popped in and put
Yeah.
in some interesting information. She said there's a bagel business somewhere out west that supposedly ships the water in from Rockland County, New York, because they say it makes them taste better.
Well,
She
yeah.
says she don't know the name of the business.
If you ever had bread from Rockland Bakery, it's very good bread.
Yeah.
They've been there.
That's
forever,
that Catskill watershed.
you
That
know?
all our water comes from the Catskills.
Mhm.
My buddy lives in Long Island. He used to come down to ref hockey, and every time he would come down, I'm like, "Yo, Scott, bring me some water, man. Bring me."
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, are you doing some acting?
I am. I'm messing around with acting, filmmaking. Just kids are grown.
Yeah.
It's time to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Feeling it out, and God's leading me in all different ways and all different adventures. So I'm just going to take it and run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I was watching some of the videos and stuff. I follow.
What Tony says, your energy is off the charts tonight.
Did you the guys that you're doing it with? Did you grow up with them, or they like known those guys a long time? Some of the guys from the videos?
No, not really. Not.
Oh no.
Met them through Instagram and all. And the one guy I'm working with now, he just got done doing a 3-part series called Fight Story on Prime. And it's really cool. It's a documentary about people that faced adversity and got the courage to move on through the Rocky films.
That's great. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just linked up with him. We're working on a nice little documentary now. And I just got done filming in October. A friend of mine, Vinny Minetti, wrote this nice little short movie. It's called Washington Ave. And it's about, this guy, he just lost his father. His father was his moral compass. And he's kind of like going through a midlife crisis, And I friends and this other guy that I do the pasta and cheese crew with, he plays his other friend, and we're just like an angel and a devil on his shoulder, Like, yo, are you sure, bro? And the other guy's, come on, let's get this done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And, it's like one of those flicks that, everybody goes through a rut, and, everybody's, wonders what the grass is on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tries to take a shortcut there, But yeah, just keep your eyes open for that, because that's going to be it's going to be a nice story.
That's cool, man. And those guys, you met them on, so you met some of those guys on Instagram just through your videos, their videos, and through your followings and stuff. And then you guys started to collaborate and do things.
Yeah, like this one guy, Vinny.
It's crazy.
He came up with this character, and he was just hilarious. His character is cool. His name is, and he would just it was hilarious. And then he got hooked up with these other guys, and they formed the Pasta and Cheech crew. And they asked me to be in one of their reels. They were making little reels and stuff. And Vinny says to me, he's like, "Hey, Frank," he's like, "You want to be in a reel?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "How do you feel about laying in a casket?" I'm like, "Oh no, I never laid it." Did you see that reel where I was in the casket?
No, I didn't. I don't think I seen that.
No, but we're gonna have to look for it. What's your platform of choice? Are you mostly Instagram or?
Most of my videos are on Cooking with Frakie Meatball. I just been taking a break from that for right now. I haven't been really posting anything on YouTube, But you can find all my videos that I'm talking about on there. It's really cool.
Yeah, I've seen your YouTube videos and stuff. I follow you on YouTube.
Nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the base of the story is that I'm in for 60 grand, 50 grand. So I don't have it. So I take my death. But I don't want to give it away.
No. But it's nice to know the premise.
Yeah. And ever since then, they were like, wow, that was good. And we just start collaborating on a couple different things. You know what I mean? And then Vinny was like, hey, man, I got this idea for a story. You want to be part of it? I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not?
That's fun, man. You never know where you never know where it'll take you. There's like so many people. Do you ever see those two young Italian brothers? I think they're out of Staten Island. They started on like Instagram and TikTok, and now they're all over the place. Like it's just, and then they linked up with all these other like Italian, like young Italian people that have their own pages, and they,
Oh yeah,
they make like they collaborate, make these videos. It's crazy.
I mean, that's how it is. You know what I mean? Just showing up. Like I used to listen to Gaz Palminteri podcast.
Oh yeah, sure.
First came out, and it was very knowledgeable and insightful, and just networking. And he talks about networking, how to if somebody's really being rude and ignorant, just be like, hey man, shake it off and walk the other way, because it doesn't pay. And if you get into it with them, now your reputation is like, oh, that dude, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he just went nuts on this one guy. You know what I mean? You don't want that,
Yeah, I bet.
Somebody does wrong, you just turn the other way and say, God bless.
How did you get into cooking? Were you always did you get into it young? Did your family cook?
Yeah, I always my parents had a luncheonette down the Italian market when I was a kid, and I started cooking.
Oh.
Age I was in 8th grade, and I always I was the guy handing sodas. They wouldn't let, because the counter where the grill was so high it was past my head. So you want to cook, your eyes have to be above the counter. So eventually he put me to cooking, and then I worked at this 50s diner for about 10 years, Nifty 50s. And then I just, moved out, somebody's got to cook, and I like my mom's recipe. So I start, dabbling with that, and, just one thing led into another. And then one winter, my daughter's binge watching Worst Cooks in America. And she's like, Dad, how's people get to be on air? I'm like, I don't know. I pull out my phone and I look it up, an application. I filled it out, and just one thing, other. I filled it out just as a joke. You know what I mean?
Worked out for you.
And I learned a lot. I learned a lot of little things from there, like how to cut an onion and stuff like that. And, keeping, before you cook meat, make it come to room temperature and all. A lot of people say it doesn't matter. I'm a big, strong believer that any kind of meat, when you go to cook, it's got to be room temperature. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It makes the cooking process easy. I mean, because think about it, it's a muscle. When it's cold, it's tight.
It's gonna be contracted, sure.
You're gonna have it expand and then contract back again when it's cooking. So now, if that's already expanded, it's only got to contract to cook. You know what I'm saying? But some people are like, it doesn't matter. But everybody has their thing. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying, you know what? It works for me.
Yeah, right.
I agree. What's your favorite thing to cook?
It used to be pizza and wings.
Mm.
That's one of my favorite things to eat, coincidentally.
Yeah, I recently got into barbecue in the last couple of years, like brisket, pulled ribs, anything in the summer or winter. But this is the first winter I didn't do any smoking at all. But anything I could put on the smoker, I'll put it on there. The only one thing I didn't do yet is prime rib on a smoker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I may have done that once. It was good.
We did a
Yeah,
nice
really good.
prime rib for New Year's. We do it's like 600 degrees for like 20 minutes, and then you turn the oven off and let it sit in there for like 3 hours or some shit. It came out great.
Yeah.
Yeah, came out really good. My brother's in the chat room, and he just put meatballs with a question mark.
You know what? I'm not even that big on meatballs. I'm more of a stop.
So how did you get the nickname?
A friend of mine gave it to me.
Well, you can't give yourself a nickname. That's famously true. I tried Vinny
I was
Long Dong Rigatoni, and that never stuck.
No, never
I
stuck.
gave it to myself. That's why. And it may have been a slight exaggeration.
my cooking show called Cooking with the Dago. But a friend of mine's like, nah, people might get offended nowadays the way everybody is, you know.
Right.
So I said, how about Cooking with Frakie Brajon?
There you go.
But he was like, nah. He's like, I think meatball will be it. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. And then like a week later, he calls me up. He's like, so what are you picking? I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, I was like, I'm thinking about Frankie Skillets, Cooking with Frankie Skillets. He's like, nah, I'm telling you, do meatballs. So, and actually, what? No, everywhere I call me meatball.
Was there ever a consideration to just throw a Y in there and make it meaty balls?
Oh, meaty balls.
Oh, that's okay. You can kick my
Sorry.
broken ankle. That's no problem.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kick your broken ankle. How'd that feel?
I'll tell you later with a bat. No, I didn't feel it at all, actually. Thank God for diabetes. I didn't feel
Sorry,
pain.
man.
My brother says that if I was a celebrity chef like Frankie Meatballs, my nickname should be Microwave Mike.
Microwave Mike. There you go. I'd watch.
I like that.
Because, you know, the guy's got to be doing something cool on there with Microwave Mike, you know?
You tune in, right?
I would, yeah, definitely.
We lost you.
Microwave
You went to
Mike.
black. Oh, there you go.
Hey, looking good.
So, yeah, like, I haven't had a microwave for the longest time, so I just bought one not too long ago. Only for popcorn.
Yes, I'm very. I've become very adept at listening for that last 3 kernels.
You listen for, it's the last
Yeah,
three.
right before, because there's only about 5 seconds between those kernels popping and that smell.
That stink before
There's nothing
it starts
worse
to burn.
than a burnt popcorn smell.
Ruins the whole bag.
Yeah.
You ever use an air fryer? A lot of people swear by an air fryer.
So yeah, we so as a joke in the companion group to this show called the Olive Gardeners, that's an homage to Gio, who swears that the only authentic Italian restaurant in America now is the Olive Garden. So and I just, as a joke, I said, how long do you microwave a prime rib or whatever the fuck I had said, or a ribeye steak, and it got into this whole intense thing about making steaks in the air fryer.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, we were making fun of them, but I don't know, man. Some of the arguments were compelling.
I mean, isn't an air? I just call it air fryer is like a tabletop oven.
Pretty
Just
much,
a little-
it's all hot air. It's not really frying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, my
And-
buddy swears by the steak in the air fryer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
Steak in
gonna
the
have
air
to do it.
fryer?
We're gonna have to do it.
It's like you could put it in there frozen.
That's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you one. I'll give you a little. I have cooked a steak in my sous vide and started it frozen.
In what?
I sous vide a steak and I started it out frozen.
Okay.
I figured, well,
And then you
thaws
put
it out. Why not?
Amy Lynn said she's done steak in the air fryer and it wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. That's a high praise for me.
I don't know. I don't know. Jenny, I don't see her doing that.
Wings are the best in an air fryer. They get the
Oh.
nice crispy.
Yeah,
That
maybe
I
there's
could
a.
see. Why?
Is there a world that I feel like I'm missing out on this world because I made one thing in the air fryer, came out like shit, and I didn't use to make anything else in it.
What
Who would
did
have known hedgehog in an air fryer wouldn't be good?
Well,
I
yeah.
guess you got to clean them a certain way. But
yeah.
Jenny's yelling. Why's Jenny yelling at us? She doesn't know we're on at 8:00 every Wednesday.
I know.
She didn't notice you left the house.
I said goodbye. I gave her a hug. You know what it is? I gave her a kiss, and when I kiss, like it'll wipe your memory out. You know what I mean? It's like a I can't explain. It's like electrical charge.
It's good because the wiping out of Jenny's memory is the only reason she keeps you around.
Exactly.
Jenny says no steak in an air fryer, only for reheating or frozen appetizers. All right, so evidently we're gonna have to do this air fryer experiment at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Do it this Sunday for the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Oh, that's football, right?
Yeah, the Eagles. My favorite fans
are
yeah.
I love the Eagle fans. They're so like Philadelphia fans are just
very
different.
unique.
That's it. They're different, man. And in any sport that they're watching, it's a different kind of city, man.
Didn't Santa Claus throw out the first pitch at a Philadelphia game, and they fucking booed him? It was like Opie. You remember Opie and Anthony? They used to talk about it all the time. How fucking Philadelphia booed Santa Claus.
They're a tough crowd, man.
It's a tough crowd.
Was it Christmas in July or something?
No. This was a story Opie and Anthony used to tell from years ago. I guess. Excuse me. I guess maybe they were running some kind of promotion or some shit.
Right.
But
oh, everybody's saying pierogies in the air fryer. I've had that.
I could see
I've
that.
had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good. They came out nice and crispy. You put a little
You know what
put a
else?
little something on there.
Hot dogs.
In the
Hot
air
dogs
fryer.
In the air fryer.
They get nice and bubbled and blistered up.
Oh, microwave does the same thing.
Yeah, but it kind of.
And then
So
it makes it like a nice jerky.
He likes a good blister on his hot dog. He's like, get them all blistered up.
So I have to make a confession. I used to always make fun of my brother because he preferred boiled hot dogs over grilled hot dogs. And I've jumped to the other side.
You like them boiled now?
Now I'm enjoying a fine boiled dog.
Dirty water dog, huh?
What about it?
I don't dirty the water. Well, I mean, the hemlock water is not the cleanest. I guess.
Do you add anything to it? Do you salt the water? Do you
salt
do
the water?
What do you do?
Have you seen me? My fucking head would explode if I salted the water with fucking hot dogs in.
Like what?
Salty enough?
What is it about the water that's like attracts you about boiling it as opposed to
I don't know
taking a flame to this fucking thing like I like to do and make sure that it's thoroughly cooked and dead?
It's a different taste.
It's a different taste. Well, Jeff likes to cook everything to death.
Sometimes I like them grilled. Sometimes I like them boiled. Sometimes I like them in the air fryer.
Air fryer.
But they're the best on the barbecue grill.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Oh, that's right. You and your daughter, you like your hot dogs hood style.
Yeah, we like them cooked and crisp.
Crisp, like charred.
Slightly charred.
Nice.
I mean, unless I'm in like Manhattan or something, and then I just get it out of the.
You can't really char it in the water. So, what attracts you to this water? Same question you asked me.
It's hot. It's hot. It's thoroughly, evenly hot all the way through.
Yeah, I would say that's yeah. I agree.
It's a more consistent taste. If you get it off of the flame, it might be a little hotter over here, a little cooler in the center. It's
a little crunchy on the top, a little soft.
Right.
It'll.
Yeah, So
Sometimes the foreskin cooks a little
plus
bit
you
more.
could cook it longer. You could thoroughly cook it in the water if it's in there long
Let them
enough.
hang out in there for a while.
Yeah, right. So, and it's sitting in there with the other hot dogs bouncing around, doing what hot dogs do, picking up the flavors of
what do
those
you-
hot dogs.
A ketchup, mustard. What do you prefer? Ketchup or mustard?
I like mustard.
I sometimes do both, or sometimes probably lean. I'd probably be quicker to do mustard than ketchup, but
Yeah.
I also enjoy a sauerkraut.
Yes.
Or
Raw onions.
yes.
You go with the mustard or the ketchup.
Me, I think ketchup is un-American.
Yeah, I'm with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
Linda just signed off.
Very
My
nice.
girlfriend puts ketchup on everything. My brother says it's all about the snap of the casing when you boil them. Oh, it's only slightly homoerotic, I guess.
Eric likes the fried hot dog on the grill.
Well, he said, yeah, fried hot dog, then
In the
grilled.
deep fryer, they're really good in the deep fryer.
Oh, he used to have a deep fryer.
I did.
Yeah, you used to make shit all the time, and then it leaked, and you got rid of it.
Oh,
A little oil thing.
Oh, I think I got a new one. I think.
Oh, okay. So then make some stuff.
Yeah, sure.
You ever do a fried turkey?
No,
So
no.
I got some bad advice. I dropped a big old frozen one in, and
Oh my god, did you do it?
no,
Oh.
I'm only kidding. I've never had a fried turkey.
I heard it. I heard it's awesome, but I never had it myself.
Yeah, I'd
I've
love to
never
try. I
had
think my brother, I don't think he did one, but I think he's had one. And he also says, "Oh my God, please don't say ketchup." I don't know Tony to be a ketchup hater, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have I had ketchup on a hot dog? Sure I have, because there was no mustard, and I was hungry.
Well, like I told you about that other thing you told me about, it doesn't necessarily make you gay.
Right.
I mean, just because you visit Germany doesn't make you German.
Right.
Oh, so my brother says the soubrette onions, which I like, and with red pepper flakes. Not a big red pepper flake fan.
No, huh?
Yeah, never really does anything.
I love
for
red
me.
pepper flake. Put it on anything. Put it on eggs.
Yeah,
Are you a sauce or gravy guy?
I'm a gravy guy.
Hey, I'm a gravy guy.
Okay.
It's only gravy if there's meat in it. So there's
That's
no-
right.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's sauce.
Right. Like I hate when people say, "You putting the gravy on the pizza?" No, I don't put gravy on the pizza. I put sauce. I put pizza sauce on the pizza.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I've been trying to explain this to people. They attack me. They attack me.
Not physically, which is my problem.
Right. He's tempted to though. But yeah, I agree. Once you start adding things like meat, all different kinds of meats and stuff like that, it's a whole nother ball game. Now it's a gravy.
How long do you cook yours for?
All day. I mean, it could go 4 hours, 8 hours, could go long,
Yeah.
till we're ready to eat.
Yeah, my rule of thumb, it's gotta be at least 8 hours. That's my
Yeah. Yep.
So now let me ask you this. Do you use sugar to cut the acidity?
I do. I am a sugar person. I do use sugar. I do like the sweetness. That's why I like to make it a bit sweet.
Did you ever hear of putting carrots in it?
I was just going to say
Yeah,
that.
I was going to ask you.
I was going to say, I know a lot of people that put carrots in
Is
it.
that what you do?
Yeah. I was a sugar guy, and then I put out a video, and dude was like, "Why are you putting sugar in it?" I'm like, "To kill the acidity." He was like, "Well, carrots do the same thing." And I tried carrots, and I was just, forget it. It gives it more of an earthy taste. You know what I mean?
How many would you put in, say, for I don't know, how many you usually
40.
40, 50 cat whole bag?
So what are those? What are those cans? The what are they? not the 12-ounce cans. Next size up.
16 probably.
Things like
16 or the 24s.
yeah, the 24s or something like that.
Yeah.
So I use 3 cans of that, and I'll use maybe like my wife likes to get the little baby carrots. So I use
Okay.
one little baby carrot, and I mince it up real nice, and I saute it with the garlic and onion in the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
okay.
you leave it in there with it.
Because I
That's
know
it.
a lot of people that I know that do it don't. They take it out.
But yeah, I cut it up and I just let it
That's interesting.
it just disappears because you chop it up so small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're cooking it for 8
Interesting.
hours, so it just
Yeah.
I put hard-boiled eggs in mine as well.
okay.
That's just something my grandmother always did. So I do
I
it.
think I got the hard-boiled egg one time.
Oh, man, I love it, man. I get...
Did you make the egg, take it out of the shell, and then put it in?
Yeah. And then it sits in the gravy all day, soaking up all the juice and and then you cut into it and you could see sometimes like the tomato sauce has kind of started to penetrate the egg,
I tried bobbing for the eggs
So
one time.
delicious.
That was a tough lesson learned.
Hey, and then you eat it with the gravy. It's delicious, You should try it sometime.
I like those pickled eggs or beet eggs, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Well, there's pickled eggs and there's pickled beets. I've never had either. I would like to try.
I love
that.
pickled eggs.
Yeah, they're great. So I'm gonna have to try the hard boiled eggs and the
Yeah, let it cook in there all day with everything else, Yeah,
other
yeah.
thing is I it's got to be I don't want it to break because once it breaks, it's kind of like
Yeah, right.
you have a meatball break, and it's like after that it's dirty gravy. I call it.
Let's get stuff floating around. Piece of meatball over here. You got an egg white somewhere.
Right?
Much like Shane Gillis's uncle, Linda Lopez says, "You guys are making me hungry. I'm upstairs making grilled ham and cheese right now."
Grilled ham and cheese.
A friend of ours says, "Have you had potato salad, mustard on a hot dog with a potato hot dog roll?"
No, but it sounds interesting. It sounds something somebody have the munchies would do.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I love potatoes.
No, yes.
I love potatoes in virtually any form, especially liquid form. But this whole potato bread thing, I don't get it.
Oh, I love
Fuck
potato
potato
bread.
bread.
What are you talking about? You don't like potato bread?
Fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How about potato gnocchis? You like potato gnocchis?
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at me.
I'd
Yeah.
like to learn how to make those.
I would like to learn how to make those.
I think my daughter does. I think Jesse makes them.
I think you had said that. Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a process eating them, boy. Even for a big guy like me, I can't down too many, though. They fill you up quick.
Yeah, after eating a plate of those, you need an alligator nap.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Yvonne definitely stands by her potato salad on a hot dog. She says
Potato salad on
she
a hot
said
dog.
It's delicious.
Why not, Yvonne? Why not?
Yeah,
Hey.
Linda's another potato bread commie.
I'll try it. I'm probably going to try. I like trying different things, you know.
Yeah.
My buddy, he calls me up. He's like, "Yo, man, you gotta try this, man. You gotta make a piece of scrapple, put it on bread with some pizza sauce and mozzarella cheese." He's like, "It's amazing." You know what? It's actually really good.
I bet. That's another sound like munchy food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scrapple. That's a unique, isn't that a Pennsylvania unique scrapple?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Right?
It's like a Philly-based thing.
Yeah, right.
What is scrapple exactly?
So it's
It's exactly what it says it is. It's scraps of a pig,
Scraps of the pig.
but it's amazing.
Yeah, I've never had it, but that's all I've heard is that it's good.
I've never, but I know, it's like a Philly thing. It's like a
If you ever get it, ask them if they fry it or grill it, because if they fry it, it just comes out like a grease sponge. You cut into it, it's grease. It tastes like grease.
Oh, okay.
You want it grilled.
Grilled scrapple.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I got to find a place where I could try this.
my friend Frank, he tried it once and he loved it, man. Came back to work, he told me all about it.
He's just very excited about it.
Yeah, he was. He was like, I had scrapple. I was like, what
Nice.
the fuck is that?
It's nice to be excited about things.
Yeah, I wasn't even living in Pennsylvania yet, so.
You tried something new pretty recently.
What did I try?
The alligator.
Oh, I was not a fan of that. Did you ever have alligator?
Yeah, it was.
It's like, would I eat it if I was dying? Yeah, I'd have to eat the alligator.
I had nuggets. I had gator nuggets.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
what
had.
he had.
And it tasted like chicken that was like soaked in fish water.
I was going to say
Yeah.
fishy, oily chicken, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of. It had like a lot of, I guess you say water or it was a very moist meat, but moist
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, that just doesn't sound good.
It was.
Moist meat.
It was moist meat.
It seems like all roads are leading towards this is actually not alligator, but spam.
I don't know what the hell it was,
It's
but
cubed and
it's just
breaded
like
and
it
fried
starts off
spam.
tasting like chicken, but then it ends like tasting
It has like a
like
turtley
fish.
finish.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like what's
Tastes
going
like
on?
a turtle cage smells.
So I don't even think I finished the tray of it, but maybe I did. I don't know.
Speaking of turtles, Eric's got a turtle.
Turtle.
Nice turtle.
Eric Buffon, the
Yeah.
winner of the best mac and
Yeah.
cheese. He's watching right now.
I love turtle. I only dropped 2 straws in this tank. Let's see. Good luck.
Right?
And they weren't paper straws.
Let me ask you this. When's the
Shoot.
last time you were driving over the Walt Whitman Bridge and you seen a sea turtle? Come on.
Yeah,
Never.
right.
Last year, I'm in Fort Myers, Florida, right? I'm having dinner on like a dock that's out in the ocean, kind of. And the waitress is bringing me straws with every refill. I'm like, don't you guys care about the sea turtles down here? She's like, what are you talking about? And my boy was just like, uh-oh, here he goes. He's going to get started. And I tell her the whole thing about Philly and Pennsylvania and New Jersey, about how they're outlawing plastic. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and this is, corny at this point, but they're handing you a paper straw and a giant plastic cup. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes. Like what?
yeah, it's goofy as fuck. as
They
shit.
take plastic bags away, but what's the vegetables and everything in? Plastic.
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I totally, doing 100% of my shopping in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
Every time we unpack Linda's car that she shopped in New York and nothing's in a fucking bag,
Yeah.
I'm basically holding all the shit in my shirt. I'm just
neat.
not used to that going down. Yeah, it's fucking craziness. It's so silly, the shit that they worry about. I like to just make up for it, and anytime I'm anywhere by the sea, I'll just dump a few boxes of coffee stirrers and straws and shit in the ocean.
There you
Just
go.
throw your shit out the window while you're driving down at the
Oh
Conic.
yeah, I save anything I know for sure is going to take 6 to 7 generations to disappear.
Oh.
Right in the fucking ocean.
My dad was the worst. He'd always, when I was a kid, he would always empty his ashtray out the window as we were driving down the highway. He'd just be like, just ashes flying. He was the worst.
Yeah.
The cars don't even have ashtrays no more.
Right?
No.
The big
Yeah.
steel ashtrays, and you would slide it out.
And there's push button lighters.
Yeah, man.
Oh, and I don't think I know a single person who hasn't purposefully burnt themselves with one of those.
I've burned
lighters.
myself on that damn thing, man.
And it leaves a very distinct
Right on my
mark.
thumb, man.
Oh yeah, that's usually thumb or the index finger. It's usually where you
I'm
get
so
it.
pissed. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it lights up a cigarette the wrong way really good.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when they create napalm in your own face.
Yeah, it just catches right on fire. It's just, God.
It's interesting how things have changed now. It's kind of like catches you off guard sometimes to see people smoking now because so
Yeah.
like I just got hooked on Kill Tony, and because they're in Austin, they're sitting in the club, everybody's smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Then they were passing a joint around. It's a YouTube. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's a YouTube comedy podcast. And it's just funny it's so weird to see these days.
Yeah, people.
Everybody's fucking vaping now.
Yeah.
The big vape is on.
Yeah.
Look, it is what it is. I don't get it.
It's not your jam.
Yeah. If I go back to smoking, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want everything. I want all that stuff.
Yeah, all the shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the tar that's good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the 4,000 other chemicals. Don't forget about those.
Thank you, Philip.
Like, do these kids actually know what they're smoking now? Like, yeah, it's supposed to be pot, but what else are they putting in it? You think they're going to put something in it that's going to make these kids a little addictive to it? Because there's high school kids, like, they're just hitting on it like it's a cigarette.
Yeah.
I just saw some snippet on YouTube that this kid had lung damage from vaping the equivalent of 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's why I just eat mine now. A lot more.
My vape is marijuana, but I only do it a little bit at night.
Right.
I see these kids walk around all day with their fucking fruit vape.
I just recently started cooking. Well, I made cookies. So I made butter, and then I made cookies with the butter.
Right.
And now I just eat it. And then it just hits differently, though. You know?
Yeah, it does.
So
It takes a long time for it to hit.
yeah, that's the thing. And then it's like you forgot that you ate the cookie, and then you're just like, why do I feel
what the
weird?
fuck's going on here?
Why am I so hungry?
Excuse me.
But yeah, I think it's a healthier way. I even just I have a slice of butter and put it in my coffee in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've had it.
How'd it worked out for you? Pretty good?
Oh yeah, one day, I was definitely eye level with the giraffe's asshole.
Yeah.
But
he was up there, huh?
the other times, and that was only about 1/8 of an inch. And then I used it yesterday, but I think I fell asleep before it hit, which is kind of the purpose.
The purpose of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It'll knock you out.
Yeah, I won't do it. I won't do it anytime I have to actually do anything because
Yeah, you're not gonna be productive with that butter.
yeah, because if it's just a little bit too little, it didn't really hit. Because the first time it didn't hit at all. Like I was a little careful. I was shaving it.
How about all these names, man? Like back in the day, we only have skunk weed and fuck all these things. Now they got gorilla crack, green dragon crack.
Oh, I know. All different names. Christmas cookie, birthday
Right.
cake.
It reminds me of Grandmom's Boy. You ever see that?
No.
movie, Boy?
It's a movie, you said?
Yeah. It's like a Happy Madison production.
I've never seen it.
And what's the name of it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Grandmom's Boy.
Grandma's Boy. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
So this guy is selling weed, and he's like, "Yeah, I got the brown bomber." They're like, "Why do you call it the brown bomber?" He says, "Because after you smoke it, you crap your pants."
Well, it was like when Cat Williams was back in the day when Cat Williams was funny.
Yeah, he was funny at one time.
He said, I bought this weed. And the guy says, I said, what's the name of this stuff? He says, it's called deaf. He goes, why is it called deaf? Because when you smoke it, you go deaf. He's like, motherfucker, I got kids to pick up. I got to be able to fucking hear today.
Yeah, he was good back then, man.
Well, it was that first stand-up, Pimp Chronicles.
Yeah.
That to me was so funny.
Yeah.
He was so fucking,
Big
that
pimp
was,
cup.
what's that?
That big pimp cup.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he walked around with that big ass cup.
He was dead on. And when they talked about the Puerto Rican parties and they're fucking dancing for 3 days.
You were breaking. You cut out for a second. What was that?
Oh, okay. One of the bits he does was like a Puerto Rican party or a Colombian party or something like that, and he's dancing to the music, and it's like 3 days long. The fucking parties never end, you know.
Because we're all probably doing that yayo, man.
So you have obviously you have some connection to amateur boxing.
Not really. A friend of mine, you know, Sean. That's
yeah.
Well, that's where we met. That's where we met you.
Yeah. I was there just to support him.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, those two are hauling ass.
Yeah, for their seventh national championship.
Yep. Just keep going. They're doing their thing, man. They are on the run.
And it's all non-profit, man. I mean, he's a great dude for doing what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So,
yeah, she's doing well.
She's doing really well, man.
Jeff's a former amateur boxer. And well, like you could tell him. Former.
I used to get beat up a lot. But I used to box, and then I owned a small boxing gym that turned into a bigger boxing gym.
Oh, killer.
Yeah, and then that turned into a divorce and losing the boxing gym. No, but now I have like my own private gym that my wife, who spoils me, kind of built for me. So
awesome.
That's what I do in my days now, retired. And
hey, man, you got to do something. You got to keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just try to keep busy. I train a couple of kids, you know, keep them busy, try to keep them focused, you know, stuff like that. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's where it is. You know, some of these kids, you don't know what they're going through at home, and they need a positive outlet to get this negative energy that's being these negative seeds and words that are being planted into them, whether it's through school or from their parents or whatever. They need an outlet, because if not, they're going to turn to drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
How that turns out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's cool.
And Justin, considering we've been talking about doing a combat sports podcast.
Yeah, right from the gym that I have. So we would probably set up in the center of the ring kind of theme, you know.
Sweet, that's sweet.
Yeah, and then we just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and then anytime we disagree, we just punch each other in the face, you know.
Yo, you got to put those sumo outfits on, man.
I was gonna say, yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I think I could bounce you further than you could bounce me, though.
Yeah, yeah. And then, and then I'd like to interview like local fighters and stuff like that. You know, boxers, MMA guys. You know, I know a few of both, so I think it would be a neat kind of podcast for local people. You know,
do it up, man.
Yeah, maybe do some rolling with the guy from Stroudsburg.
Yeah, I have a friend out in Stroudsburg. He teaches jiu-jitsu. Great guy, man. I'm sure he'd come on. You know, there's a lot that I'm gonna do in there, so we'll see how it goes.
Soon, my first goal is to learn the speed bag.
Yeah, I'll teach you that.
Yeah, I need a few more weeks. I recently broke my ankle, so I'm still getting over that. So a few more weeks.
Yeah. I like to get a nice little speed bag. I always wanted to box ever since I saw Rocky, but you know how life goes.
Yeah, right.
There was
absolutely.
nowhere to go to box back in the day. There was like really no gyms.
Yeah, there weren't. Yep, it was very difficult to find. I actually opened
street fights.
The one that I opened was the very first one in the city of Middletown, New York. No, there was no boxing gym before that. I couldn't believe that. Like, I really just couldn't believe that because being like Newburgh's in that area and Middletown. I don't know. I would have thought there had been boxing gyms, but they were hard to come by.
The only one that I know that I just recently found out, it's been around for a long time, is Front Street Gym in Philly.
Yeah, Front Street. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw. Isn't that where you are?
Yeah, I went down there to watch. They had the Turkey Brawl, the annual Turkey Brawl.
Okay.
And Sean and Olivia, I think, were fighting in it.
Oh,
So
cool.
I went down and met Joey DiWacheco and stuff like that. There was a lot of people there. It was great.
Know Joey I?
I do not.
Because he hangs out. He hangs out at the Front Street Gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in.
It's a beautiful gym, man.
He's a cut guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a professional cut guy.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know him, but yeah, it's such a great like classic gym. It's like something you'd see in a movie.
Nice.
I was gonna say I had the pleasure of spending a little bit of time in Gleason's.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly enough, on Front Street in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I believe it's Front Street in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Years ago, and it's everything you'd think it is.
Really?
It's the first boxing gym I was ever in. Is probably one of the most famous.
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
That place has been open forever, and it looks like it's all the original equipment. So,
hey, gives a character. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I could see why.
Boxing gyms are not like other gyms. Like they're not like martial arts schools and like weightlifting gyms. A lot of the times they're dark, and just a lot of their shit's beat up. It's different atmosphere.
Do you offer free Wi-Fi?
Yes, we offer free Wi-Fi.
I just want to make sure.
Free water.
Free water, okay. And free beatings.
Was that Hudson Punch?
What's that?
What's that? Hudson Punch, or you got the Delaware Delight?
The Delaware Delight.
When it comes to food, what's your favorite food holiday?
Usually, I would say I used to like Thanksgiving, man. I never was a turkey person until I started putting it on the smoker.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Smoked turkey, huh? For Thanksgiving.
Game changer.
Whoa. I'm liking that. Do you do that all the time now?
Usually, yeah. But what I did this year, I did a boneless turkey.
Cool.
So what I did, I just cut all the meat off the turkey, flattened it out, seasoned it up, rolled it up, put it in a net, and threw it in the crock pot and cooked it and let it do its thing. So I didn't have to worry about it. How about you?
Come out.
Oh, amazing! Because you got the dark meat wrapped in with the white meat, and it's all seasoned inside. Came out really good. And my dad, I told
we don't
dad,
necessarily support that though.
I told my dad what I was doing. He's like, "Oh, I need a regular turkey." I said, "Look, I'll cook the wings and the legs in the oven for you." Right? Day after Thanksgiving, he calls me up. Yo, that turkey was great. That boneless turkey. Oh my God, I never had something like that. I said, "Okay, I liked it, huh?"
Our buddy, this is one of my favorite words, spatchcocks his turkey. And says it cooks in like, 2 hours or something. Dave.
What is a spatchcock?
You cut the backbone out.
Yeah, you split it in half.
Oh,
that way
okay.
You're able to cook it flatter, is much less volume.
Yeah.
So that's spatchcocking it?
That's spatchcocking it.
All right.
Push down, break the chest plate. That's how I smoke it.
Eric says he loves smoked turkey. Eric Buffon.
Bro.
Yep, Eric is a turkey smoker. from way back.
He's a turkey smoker from way,
Way
back.
back.
Yeah. I never thought to do that, man. Smoked turkey for Thanksgiving.
See, I'd have to get a small one. I'd have to do it on a time other than Thanksgiving because Linda's she doesn't like things that are smoked.
What?
I'm telling you, once you try it, forget about it. You're gonna love it. She's gonna love it.
I tried
to
this.
try it.
She was born in Puerto Rico, so because I'm a thoughtful guy.
Put some sazon on it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
that fixes everything.
A little adobo.
Yeah.
I tried. I
Hey,
smoked
you're
her a
gonna laugh.
coconut.
I actually put sazon and adobo in my meatballs.
See?
See, I put adobo on everything. Mostly pork chop. Love a good adobo pork chop. Let me ask you a question. When you make a ham, do you have a holiday in your family, a traditional holiday where you make ham?
Nah, not really. My parents were never big on ham,
Oh, okay.
so I would make a ham, and then once I got married, I would make it. I made a ham once on Easter, and my in-laws are Jewish, and every time I make a ham, every time I have them over for Easter, my mother-in-law used to say, "You making a ham? Because I gotta have that ham." I said, "Yeah, I'll make sure it's kosher for you too." But
I have a very strong opinion on putting cloves in ham. Is that something you do?
I mean, I tried it because it was the thing to do. You know what I mean? You see it on all these movies and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And what'd you think?
I can either take it or leave it.
My girlfriend just said, "Oh, here we go with the ham." So that's very kind. You can take it or leave it. That's a nice neutral position. I think, and this doesn't apply to my girlfriend or her mom, but I think anybody outside of that puts cloves in their ham should actually be beaten with said ham.
You know, it tastes nice.
No, it doesn't. It's toothache medicine.
You
That's
put
what
a
it
little
is.
Listen, and then the next day, take it out of the fridge cold.
You put the brown sugar on it.
Put a little brown sugar on it. Try it like that. How about a little mustard with some bread? Delish.
With ham, not cloves.
Yeah, with the cloves. You could taste the cloves. It's delicious with everything.
So let me ask you a question. Would you take a piece of ham and wipe it down with Ambisol? Because that's what you're doing. The exact same thing.
I've done that when there was no clove available.
Okay,
Yes.
in an emergency situation. Okay, I can respect that.
I'll tell you what you do. You get a spiral ham. You throw it on the barbecue.
I love a spiral ham.
Offset it. Put the charcoal on one side. Put the ham on the other side. And make like a spicy mustard honey glaze. Man, and just paint it on every once in a while. Oh, it's so good. If I have to make ham, that's how I do it.
I'm gonna get creative this summer. He's making me hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting hungry myself.
I can't.
My brother said there's so many things wrong with that statement. I'm not sure what we said.
Which one?
I'm not sure. There's so many to choose
Probably
from.
something to do with the cloves.
Could be, but yeah, clothes. I
don't mind cloves.
Vinny hates anything with taste. Puerto Rican taste.
Puerto Rican taste.
Well, that's not exactly true.
I like Puerto Rican food. I gotta say, if we're gonna get into Latin, what you might call Latin food or Latino food, to me, a really good Cuban sandwich is to me it's the bomb, man. Like that's what I'm gonna go for. And I'll judge every Cuban sandwich based off of the last best Cuban sandwich I ever had, which was in Key West.
You ever have those fried potato balls with the meat inside?
Yeah, is that conch that's on the inside of those, or
no? It's like some kind of meat. It's a Puerto Rican food. I got it up in Allentown when I was there.
No, I don't know. I may have. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
But it's
familiar.
so good. I forget what they're called. Papa di Rolendos or something like that.
What I have another question for you. You're a food guy, more of a foodie than me. Do you find it at all aggravating that now all of a sudden avocados have invaded every fucking thing, every food, every breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Dessert items fucking contain avocados now. And I like an avocado, but it's like I'm telling you, we're getting taken. The food industry is being overrun by fucking avocados.
It's on your toast.
It's on your fucking toast at Dunkin' Donuts.
It's in your coffee. An avocado.
Between your
Whatever.
toes.
Linda
Exactly. What are we doing?
makes beautiful soup.
With avocado.
And well, you want some avocado in the soup? All right, I'll try it.
What is he saying here?
It's good, but yeah, that's a huge link.
Cilantro.
Avocados.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said I like to call them avocados.
Avocados. Okay. Is that what I could assume that Italian food is that your favorite food to eat?
It's all right. I like Mexican food.
Oh, I love Mexican food.
Love it. Like authentic Mexican, not like you're on the border or
Same here. That's
like
my
Taco
favorite
Bell is
food
the
is
best.
Mexican food.
Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell is
Taco
to
Bell.
Mexican food what the Olive Garden is to Italian food.
Oh, the Olive Garden. Where else you gonna get authentic, overcooked pasta, swelled up like almost like a sponge, like a nice sponge
I could
pasta.
taste the microwave goodness in that food.
Right?
Yeah.
You know who's not that bad
Who?
as far as a chain Italian restaurant is Carrabba's.
I don't know if I ever tried one.
Yeah, I definitely haven't.
They're really good. Everything's fresh. Like you could. Well, I worked there for maybe a week,
Okay.
and part of their training to serve tables, you have to taste everything. You know what I mean? And it was really good, but it just wasn't
That's cool.
my thing. I had to be quiet. Well, I can't be quiet. Like I like entertaining my customers, waiting tables. You know what I mean? Making them laugh, making them feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
They weren't looking for that. Drop the food off, be a robot, and I get out of here.
You got to have personality.
Yeah.
Didn't you? Longboard Cookie just said something. Birrir, Birrir tacos are the bomb. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I had them off a food truck. This fall festival. My boy was like, "Dude, you got to try these. It's like it comes with that sauce that you dip it in. Oh, so good."
What makes it that? What makes it Birrir?
Yeah, I never even heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up.
My buddy said it's the sauce.
Oh, okay.
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 Sauce is cool. Now, if he's right, I don't know, but it tasted good at the time being.
Yeah, sure.
Tony asks, "Did you taste the food as you carried it to the table?" No, this was part of the training, right? This is obviously so you know what everything in the restaurant tastes like. I guess so you can accurately describe it if they allow you to talk.
Yeah. Well, funny thing is, this lady said, "Hey, can I have a martini extra dirty?" I never served alcohol, so I thought she was joking around with me. So I said, "What do you mean extra dirty?" I was like, "What do you want the martini to do a dance? A lap? What are you talking about?" She lost it. She's like, "No, it's called extra olives." I was like, "Oh, why didn't you just say extra olives?" I don't get it. Is it me?
Yeah.
No, it's not you. I get it.
Yeah, some
I'm with
people
you.
even pour a little bit of the olive juice in it.
What does that say, bro?
Barrera tacos, it's consomme.
Consomme.
Yes, that's our resident chef,
This is
Eric Buffon.
Eric Buffon, our resident chef. He just recently won the
Macaroni and cheese contest.
macaroni and cheese competition.
This podcast has gotten so big, we've been allowed to hire a staff now. So we just have a
Nice.
chef that lives here 24/7 and
That's
just
the life.
cooks for us. That'd be nice. I need some of that, Eric. If you're listening, next time you make that macaroni and cheese, I definitely would like to taste it.
It really was the best, man. I knew it was gonna win.
I love macaroni and cheese.
It was.
Oh
it
my
really
God,
was.
so do I. What's your favorite box macaroni and cheese?
ShopRite brand.
ShopRite.
You see,
You can't go wrong with
it's
ShopRite.
always the store brands for me is the best. And I'm not even joking about this. I much prefer the super authentic and healthy powdered cheese rather than the gooey cheese.
Yeah.
Well,
'cause
that
I
and
put extra butter in it. I put
I
extra
like-
Oh,
butter in it, make it a little more creamier. You know what I mean?
I go a quarter pound of butter per box of pasta.
It's the most healthiest snack. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I like a lollipop.
Right?
He eats butter like fucking.
I love butter, man.
Do you leave teeth marks in it?
I do. Occasionally, I've left teeth marks in the butter. I just
No
can't
butter-
help.
Good. Remember back in the day when McDonald's pancakes actually were pretty good?
Yes.
They would give you those little butters.
Yeah, little butter tabs. Yeah.
Oh, they were so good. I don't know what kind of butter that was, but that's the butter I eat.
Right.
Probably some kind of
Saturated with sugar.
drug.
Probably not
Doritos.
butter.
We we have a friend that's in the hospital, and his wife just sent me a picture of him looking much better than things were sounding
Smiling.
a couple days ago. So that's always good. And
Thumbs up, you know.
we're having a little thing. We're trying to get his grandson, because his grandson lives with them, Valentine's Day cards. People are sending Valentine's Day cards. So it blew up
Yeah.
so much in like 3 days since
Yeah.
we started pushing it that. And we now have a kindergarten class that's doing cards for him. New York Fire Department Academy, I found out today, is doing cards for them. For him.
Really?
Yeah. That's through a friend, Patricia McCabe.
Wow.
And
That's
I
awesome.
mean, people is just asking me what kind of gift cards to send the kid, and yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, he's a good little kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's had a rough life.
Yeah, he has. But he's got 2 loving grandparents, and so
Yeah, and luckily,
he's gonna do all right.
yeah, he was
you
pretty
know?
sick, but he's doing better now.
And yeah,
Did your family do the 7 fishes at Christmas?
Not all 7. They would do a couple of the 7.
Gotcha.
And chicken cutlets for me because I don't eat that fish. I'm not too big on seafood.
yeah,
Oh,
same
okay.
here, man.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm
Just
not
have to
too
give it-
huge on it.
And not eat seafood.
I love shellfish,
Do you?
except I'm not huge on lobster.
You know,
But I'm
Me
not
neither.
big into fish.
the more I think about lobster, the more I realize that all that thing is a spider that lives under the water, And-
More like a cockroach.
or like a roach, or a how you say scorpion or something. You know.
Did you ever have a lobster in the Keys?
Yes.
That's a different breed down there.
Yeah, it was very different. Tasted very different.
My brother says canned tuna doesn't count. I didn't count it because I do love canned tuna. I love the one in olive oil, not the one in water.
I like tuna,
But I don't count that as seafood.
and I like salmon.
Salmon's good, but I don't
enjoy
know.
salmon.
Salmon's going the same way as tuna at this point.
I guess, and I don't go out of my way. I'm never like, oh, I gotta have some salmon. It's been too long. If
Yeah.
it's there, I'll eat it. You know what I mean?
I did purchase and make a salmon not too long ago.
Did you?
Yeah,
What made you do it? Were you like,
because
"Eh."
I do enjoy salmon. and I haven't had it in a while. So I did various seasoning on it and put some mayo and some butter and foil wrapped it and put it in a microwave.
Was the skin on it?
Skin was on it. No, put it on the grill, and yeah, it comes out good. Just kind of steams itself a little bit. And it's
Now, since
tasty.
you guys are New Yorkers, you ever have a lox and bagel with cream cheese?
Yes, that I
Yes.
love. That I definitely love. I grew up. I had an uncle who was Jewish.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
he loved that was every Sunday we would go and get.
I see the
get that there.
bloodline.
Yeah, he loved lox on
every
a
time-
bagel.
Every
man.
time I look at your profile, I could see that there's some Jewish back there somewhere.
This is there's a fine line with us Italians and the Jews with these noses.
Basically the same. I think we just have better food.
Yeah. Well, what do they say? Italian women have real orgasms and fake jewelry, and Jewish women have fake orgasms and real jewelry. Who knows?
Tell you what, Italian women, they're a little out,
Yeah.
they're crazy. Too crazy for me.
I agree. I married a German.
They're not nearly as calm as half Puerto Rican, half Irish woman.
How about Sebastian Maniscalco,
What's that? I'm sorry.
the comedian Sebastian Maniscalco?
Yeah.
How about his wife, Spanish and Jewish? How about that?
Oh,
Oh,
I knew
yeah,
she was,
yeah.
Oh, she's Spanish too. Oh, yeah.
Are you a fan of his?
Yeah, he was all right.
I
He was
like
funny the
his.
way coming up. I followed him before he blew up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the 3 specials he did, I thought were very rarely do I get into a comic and then they do multiple specials and they're all as good. Like Jim Norton's specials, first one was great. Other ones I thought sucked, and I was a huge Jim Norton fan. Same thing with Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
But Sebastian's specials I thought were equally good.
Yeah.
And then when he got the slot in fucking Vegas and started really making bank, I think the last stand-up we watched of his, Linda and I was totally consumed with the fact that he had to have plastic surgery. And he looks so
Yeah.
fucking weird now.
Yeah, I
His
thought so
cheeks
too.
are much more chiseled.
Yeah, it took
and
away
it was-
from his show. It distracted.
Yeah, and it's just
I agree.
but yeah, I thought in general, I'm big into stand-up comedy. I just got addicted to this fucking Kill Tony podcast, the live video podcast where he has amateur comedians come up, and yeah, it's I
Yeah.
love good stand-up, and then sometimes shitty stand-up's pretty good too.
And how do you watch that? What,
YouTube,
That's on YouTube,
yeah,
and you could watch full episodes.
it's a YouTube podcast. That's not like it's second generation. That's how he delivers the podcast.
What do you got to do? You subscribe or something?
Yeah, it's just like any YouTube video you're gonna
Okay.
watch.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, and he'll have real, seasoned comedians as guests,
Nice.
and then they pick a name out of a hat. People that registered to do stand up, and they get 60 seconds uninterrupted to do, and then they do a little interview.
Yeah.
So, and some of the ones that have been on the show have actually taken off, and
Yeah, it's a tough crowd too.
yeah, it's tough. It's a
Fun.
tough crowd. They're in Austin. He's Joe Rogan actually owns the podcast. I think it's his project.
Frankie, you ever thought about doing stand up yourself?
I did at one time.
I could see you doing that. you
But-
know?
Yeah, I did at one time. Now just kind of I'm okay now.
Yeah. Okay. It's not your thing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine because just because you're funny with your friends,
It's
like
a whole different ball
it's a
game.
whole different ball game. And I see
Right.
some of these people come up, and you can tell some of them they have a chance no
Yeah.
matter how bad they do, and then you can tell some of them never.
Yeah.
it's about- Like Sebastian Maniscalco, I really don't think he's really, really funny. But what makes him funny is his delivery.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You got to have delivery, and every time you tell a joke, you got to have a follow-up joke right away. You know what I mean? Just in case they didn't like that joke, they could catch it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
his pacing and stuff is very solid, so it makes it easy to watch, you know.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for your future now, man? What do you got coming into your future? Like, where do you see yourself? What are you looking to get more into going forward?
Going forward,
That's Frankie Meatballs. Where's Frankie Meatballs going?
as Frankie Meatball, the YouTube channel, I kind of put that on hold right now. Kind of going in a different direction. I got involved with a church.
Okay, cool.
Doing filming for the church and making videos for their Facebook page.
Oh
And
yeah, I think I saw. I may have seen that then.
I'm getting into like I help the I'm involved with the youth ministry, so we're getting ready to start up a podcast and because we're a little behind the times. We
Yep.
don't have Instagram or anything on YouTube for like these kids. I mean, if you want to get these kids, you got to go where they're at, you know. So that's where I feel I'm being led. So I'm just going to walk that path right now and just see what happens, you know.
Wow.
So have you always been a religious person?
Not necessarily. I God got my attention when I was around 22, 23. I kind of fell away. I mean, a lot of my friends call me like a religious nut or, you know, a Jesus freak. But I mean, once God gets a hold of you, bro, and you see it manifest in front of you, you can't deny it. You know what I mean? So, and after that, I kind of fell away. I raised a family and all. And then the last couple of years, I just tired. Like there's something missing. There's just something missing, you know? And I just thought back when I used to follow God, how everything felt more fulfilling, you know? Like a lot of people say it's religious, this, that, and the other thing. It's more like a relationship, you know what I mean? And it's just, I enjoy it, you know what I mean? And it's where I feel I'm being led. So I have to, you know, when God talks, you really got to pay attention, you know?
So that's cool. So you're going to help them with their video editing and things like that.
Yeah. I made a couple of these videos for like the youth Instagram page that we're getting ready to put up. Just like a 2-minute video of like, you know, I use a lot of stock footage and just something to give them a little message about a broken world. I got one called The Broken World. You can't scroll through life. I got one, Seek. And it's you know, I like, even before I did these, I used to do these competitions in Indiana. A friend of mine was on Worst Bakers out there, and somehow we got hooked up through the internet because I was on Worst Cooks, and I wound up going out there and doing like a nice little cook-off, and we got these kids involved, and they called me Danny Tanner because the way I talk to these kids, but I understand, like, you know, I wasn't the popular kid. I was the kid that always did his own thing, long hair, you know, ripped jeans. I always did my own thing. I didn't follow the crowd, you know, and everybody was like, oh, look at this weirdo. You know what I mean? I know what it feels like to be an outcast. And, you know, you see kids today, they need somebody to hit them on their level so they don't think that, you know, they're the only ones that this ever happened to.
Yeah, right.
And that's what a lot of kids are struggling with now today with all this other stuff that's going on. We didn't have all this when we were growing up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
No, it's much more complicated life for kids now, I imagine.
Yeah.
Much more fast paced, that's for sure.
That's why I have a dog.
Yeah.
But
do you find that you can always spot an atheist because, much like vegans, they never shut the fuck up about it?
Say this again.
But I've noticed that you can always tell who's an atheist because as vegans will, they never shut the fuck up about it. You can always spot a vegan because they'll fucking introduce themselves at calling themselves a vegan.
I'm
you know?
Gio. I'm a vegan.
I'm a vegan. Hey Gio, what are your pronouns? Get
I
the
also
fuck out
don't
of me.
believe in God.
Oh yeah, vegan atheists are the
I'm
fucking
vegan
worst.
atheist.
Hey, look, you do whatever you want. You know,
That's it, right?
You know, at the end of the day, it comes down between you and God.
Yeah, that's it.
All these radical groups, I'm not too crazy about. Hey, look, I don't care what you are, all the power to you, but don't shove it in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not shoving what I believe in your face. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
like, take it easy.
Yeah, right.
You want
I'm
a
with
parade? You got a parade. Like, relax. I'm not trying to be smart about it.
No.
Come on, take it easy.
So
Maybe
you,
it's some kind of a mental block, like because they what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe they feel down about themselves, so they have to talk themselves up. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like I got a couple good friends of mine are gay, and we get along fine. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I don't think anybody cares about that anymore.
Yeah, it's like that's the,
right?
like now at this point, it's like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
And I was talking to him for a while, and I didn't know he was gay. And all of a sudden, I see a picture with him on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Leather chaps.
Nah.
gotta curb my gay jokes.
Oh, the first time I saw Jeff in the fishnet tank top, I had questions.
Was he dancing with Vito from The Sopranos?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a fucking great scene.
That
Hey,
was
it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's just a joke. That
You
little
should
fucking
recreate
hat.
that scene.
Oh my god, with that little tiny hat was the fucking best.
I know the little hat on it. What? It's a joke.
Tony says, "I swear to God, I'm an atheist."
Oh, I swear to God. So you do you use any particular apps when you're editing videos? Like, do you have any special particular app that you like to use, or?
Yeah, I use a software called Filmora.
Okay.
And it has a lot of AI stuff, but I feel like that's cheating. So
Yeah.
I don't bother with that, but it has everything, you know what I mean?
Have you where do you find, like, you get that off of like the app, like an app store, or?
Yeah, you go to the App Store, or you could go online, type in Filmora. It's kind of like
It sounds familiar.
yeah,
to me.
they got a lot of the pros, they use Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro to edit. This is kind of along the same lines as that, but
Okay.
a little more affordable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those products you mentioned are for licensing on that's pretty expensive.
I enjoy editing, that's why, but I use whatever's free, you know. I use TikTok, I use CapCut,
He
things like
has a bigger talent for video creation and editing than I think he realizes.
Thank you.
He does a lot of videos, so I'm just trying to get some free commercials for my business out of him. But yeah, so it just dawned on me why,
Yeah, I would like to. I was just curious what he was using, because I know, like, I saw some of the videos that you've made and stuff. They seem, very professional. That's why I was just curious if it was
I was using iMovie for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met this. I was doing a podcast for a real estate agent, and the guy that was recording it, we started talking. He has a YouTube channel. It's a reaction channel called 3 Shades of Whatever. And we start talking about editing, and he actually brought up Filmora, and I tried it out, and I've been using it ever since. And he's a good guy. We became like best friends just through that one podcast. He does a lot of great stuff on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, every once in a while I'll go on his channel. We'll do a. He's sponsored by Try Treats.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get a box of candies and snacks from all over the world. Every month he gets a different. Like
Yeah.
That's cool.
was the Philippines was the last one we just did, and some of the stuff is but some of the stuff is good. You never know until you try it. You know.
Yeah, right. My kids get something similar to that. They get,
Oh, really?
yeah, it comes. I think it comes once a month, and it's like, yeah, it's like different snacks from all over the world. Some of it's like just repulsive, and then some of it's really good.
The goat intestine jerky.
You know,
That
like
was
the last,
a little salty for me.
the last box came with these potato chips that were egg flavored. Like,
Huh?
yeah, just tasted like shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, they were disgusting. But then it had, it had some like chocolates that were in it from like, Germany or some shit. They were just delicious, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with chocolate.
Yeah.
Then again, you never know if.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, thanks for having me on. I gotta get going. I gotta go grab my son from work.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
on,
for
man.
coming on.
Thanks
It
for
was
giving
fun.
us your time. It was a pleasure
Thanks-
seeing
thanks
you
for having
again.
me.
And I think you're a member of the Olive Gardeners group.
Am I?
So I think so. If not, I'll send you an invite and you just post all your links and stuff there so people can check you out more.
Yeah, and feel free to come back on in the future, when you're doing other things, to let us know what you're doing and stuff, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Sounds great.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Frankie.
man.
All right, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Microwave, huh?
I'll send you some nice microwave chicken cutlets.
Oh, sounds good. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank
Later,
you.
man.
There.
Nice guy, man.
It was Frankie Meatballs.
That was nice. What a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to. There's only so many topics.
Yeah, well, yeah. But
The second he said, "Well, yeah, I don't really like cooking that much,"
he's he does a lot of things.
I forgot about the whole acting thing.
Yeah, that's why I was curious too. Like, I know like he gets involved in the filming of the videos that they were making. Him and all these Italian guys, I guess from like Philly and wherever. Like he said, they all got together from TikTok and Instagram. It's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
And they make their videos. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. So, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, I've been up to let's see.
Oh, that's great. Great. It's
just trying to stay warm. We got a storm coming. So
yeah, we're about 8 hours away from, I don't know. They're saying it's going to be not too bad and not much ice or some shit.
Hey, wait a second. Can I take these headphones off?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Jesus. So, yeah. Thank you. Ice storm coming. So, Livy's school is already closed. I'm assuming Jenny is not going to work tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, she probably shouldn't if the weather's going to be shit.
Yeah.
Shite.
So what I'm going to do is call her boss and see if I can get her to put in a 16-hour day the following day.
Or she could leave. She was sounding like the announcer on NPR tonight.
I don't know what that is.
He's got it out for you. National Public Radio. He feels maybe you're very monotone and a little.
Oh yeah, you know why? He's right, because I had to take my medication today, so probably about, I want to say, a half an hour before I got here, I woke up and I've been constantly trying to get out of this coma that this fucking medicine puts me in.
Yeah.
So I had a cup of coffee, I had some water here, and yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just like very tonight. Yeah.
The
Well-
bowl of weed you smoked probably didn't help.
And the bowl of weed didn't help much either. But I just had to. I had to go out today to a medical visit. I just can't do that. So I have to be medicated.
Is it the
do it.
stirrups that you hate the most?
It's the you know what it is? It's when they tell me to bend over and touch my toes. It just always ends up a mess.
Is that when they use a torch to burn your hair off
It's when the room
so they
fills
can
with that
get down
smell.
in there? Yeah. So I was having a conversation with the lovely Miss Linda,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking about the weed butter.
Oh yeah, would you like some more?
Oh no, I still got plenty. But you know what that beautiful human being said?
What?
Maybe you should start doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's time for me to start doing that.
Yeah, you get some butter. You can even make your own butter, so it's even healthier.
How much? So if I get what should do like 100 pounds of weed?
No, I got a half an ounce of weed. I think gave me 4 sticks of butter. I
Okay.
believe a half an ounce, and I gave you a stick. I'm just finishing off 1 stick, and then I used 2 of them to make a batch of cookies,
Okay.
which I just finished today. So it's goes a long way, man, when you do it like that.
Yeah.
And I'm finding that the high lasts a lot longer. It's just the timing sucks. You know what I mean? If you're stressed out and you know what I mean, and you want to calm down, you go hit the bowl, and in 30 seconds you're like, okay, all
Yeah.
right, you go back
can feel it
inside.
like
Let me
that.
wash these dishes and shut the fuck up, right?
Exactly.
But if you were to do that and eat it, you're like, you're just looking at your watch, come on, kick in. So there's a timing thing, but who knows?
Yeah, I'm having a problem with most of the edibles I've been getting.
Yeah.
Because when I first got them, I would take 1, and it was 10 milligrams, and it would give me pretty good. Now I'm up to 3.
Really?
Except for this one, and it says it specifically says on the packaging that's fast acting,
Oh, okay.
and it does hit faster than the other stuff.
Now I wonder what makes it fast acting.
Fentanyl, I
I
believe.
knew it.
It's not sugar on the outside; it's
I knew
powdered with
it.
fentanyl
No, there's something.
that greases the old cannabinoid receptors. I have no idea.
I was gonna say might just be cocaine.
I don't know. I did lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I love the smell of cocaine. I'm just not sure if I'd like the taste.
yeah, it does smell pretty good. Yeah,
I've actually never done cocaine.
I
I'm so busy doing heroin. Who's got time for cocaine?
Who's got time for that cocaine when there's all this heron? Sorry.
Heroin was my gateway drug, actually. I just, it's the big selling point on the heroin is every high is better than the last.
Oh yeah.
It's called catching the dragon. He's a very slow dragon,
Yeah.
and plus the cool spoon.
Who doesn't love a good spoon?
You know what Linda and I noticed after watching quite possibly 300 hours of Cops?
What?
99.9% of heroin addicts keep their works in an eyeglass case.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
they do. Yeah, they do. Interesting.
Yes. Now I have eyeglass cases all over the
I
house.
used to keep my pre-rolls in an eyeglass case. I would just roll a bunch of joints and then I'd have them in the eyeglass case with a lighter in case I wanted to have a marijuana cigarette.
Well, what I used to do back in the day, When I smoked, before my parents caught me,
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to. I think I was smoking Benson and Hedges 100s.
Mm.
And
Get that extra pull.
oh yeah, I should have kept them in that little purse.
The fucking 100s.
Oh yeah.
Like this fucking thing right here, man.
Yeah. And you know what you do? You try to keep it that length. You never flick. You keep the ash as long as possible while I'm playing the slot machine like an old lady. Exactly. So
Oh god.
I don't know why, but I put all the cigarettes in an old emptied out, cleaned out deodorant thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I must have left it. I think I had stopped at the school where my mother worked, and I left my jacket there, and that was in it. And she gave it back to me, and she said, "Your deodorant sounds like it's all broken."
Oh man, you were like,
She She always tells the story how I used to get stopped by cops a lot.
You did?
Yeah, on my block because
Because you were stealing shit.
because I had a catalytic converter under each arm. Which little known secret that will attract the police. So my mother thinks I was hunting for my keys, and cops sped down the street, saw me, and lit me up to see where it was me. And I asked them, they said as soon as you saw us, you did this 360.
Yeah.
The 360 I didn't see them. I was 360 and away from my own house because I was shoving my pack of Newports down in my pants.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wouldn't have that square in the pocket.
Right.
And that's what.
Oh, yeah, right.
That
so
was
otherwise you'd have the
move.
And that was that was his reason to. Oh, good God. Did your parents come out and see?
No, it was 2 seconds. It was a very, very brief interaction.
So did you tell him that? You're like, yo.
No,
man,
I said, I really didn't see it. I live right here. So, and then they just took off.
What would have happened if you got busted smoking cigarettes?
Nothing happened. I think I was like fucking 18 in a month when I finally got busted. So, yeah, stupid hobby.
I understand. Yeah, I had that.
Heroin's much more healthy.
Well, heroin or just jagging a random needle in your face,
Well, I like to do the heroin roulette. I swap needles with everybody. It's almost like a swap meet.
Yeah, and you just almost like a blind bag. You just reach in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I prefer I bob. I like the bob.
Oh, you're going face first.
Face first.
Yeah. Shit. I think I got one. It comes out dangling out of your fucking cheekbones like this.
So my brother says 300 hours of cops. I need a hobby. Maybe that is my hobby.
It could be. It could be your hobby. Maybe you are a cops enthusiast and you have lots of cops paraphernalia.
I don't.
Accoutrement.
I do not. I haven't that neither.
You have no.
All right. I may or may not have a pair of handcuffs. But those are fuzzy.
Those are the fuzzy kind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now he says better hobby.
What hobbies do you? What do you? What hobby would you like to take up?
Take up?
Yeah, Liz, what's something new you'd like to learn?
Boxing.
So come over.
Yeah, when I can walk a little bit better.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, do it in spring when it's a little bit warm too. Probably be easier on your ankle.
I fucking hate physical therapy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, if you come over to the boxing gym,
hate it.
And you use the speed bag and you start to use your feet while you're using the speed bag, it's going to be great for your fucking ankles.
That's one of the things they have me do. They put me on a fucking pad and I have to march.
Yeah.
And then they have this thing. I had the fucking audience today with the fucking pick the marbles thing. You got to pick up marbles with your fucking toes. Yeah, that was that. I got 2 today. People were fucking screaming.
You had to
with
pick up
excitement.
marbles with your toes.
Yeah.
So you like a gorilla would.
Yes.
Shoot.
Yes. Like a gorilla would. Like a gorilla would peel a banana with its toes.
Oh my
or
God.
crack the shell on a Brazil nut.
And are these just regular sized marbles, or are they, like specifically sized so that
No,
you can
there's
use your
no
toes?
there's no Aggies in there.
Nothing, huh?
It's a regular size marble. So I got 1 the other day. I got 2 today. But I think I kind of, my foot's fucking numb and not from the sugar, not from the sweet blood. And,
right.
it gets numb because it gets so fucking swollen and
Yeah.
I had to walk like fucking the longest walk I've taken since I started walking again was going into the fucking Steamtown Mall into my fucking pulmonologist yesterday.
Okay.
So it was like a city block before I hit the mall, and then you come in, and then you got to loop back around and go back down that just about city block.
Yeah,
to
through
get
the
to
building.
the medical center.
Right.
So I was pretty sore this morning. So he rubbed me out first thing. Yeah, and then he massaged my foot.
So you got a male physical therapist?
Yeah. So he was on vacation. So he did my evaluation.
All right.
And then I had 2 different women and 1 guy. And then today was my first session. Excuse me. What's the yes, today was my first sesh with him back from vacay.
Okay, and he massaged your foot? I can't.
Well,
I can't. I cannot.
So it's interesting you say that because I couldn't have. He didn't actually massage my foot, but he manipulated it a lot.
All right. Yeah.
Tried to push the swelling out, and then I don't get the connection, but remind me to look it up. The whole prostate foot connection that he was.
Oh yeah. They do that. That's normal.
I'm not feeling. My foot's not feeling any different yet, so I guess he's right. It has to be done quite.
Just so you know, that wasn't his thumb.
No, I know. 'Cause his hands were on my shoulders at the time.
Yeah, he was growing a bag of mushrooms.
Yeah, he was a black gentleman too. So it felt like a mushroom strapped to the end of a Snickers bar.
King size.
King size, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's just, I fucking hate it. I hate everything about it. But I will continue to go. I
hate it too.
And then he put TINS on me, a TINS device, the electrical stimulator, and put that in my rectum too, which I found odd.
Yeah, the electrical stimulator.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll do that. It's in lieu of kicking you in the balls.
Okay, nice. And I guess they take these towels and I guess they wet them and then they keep them in the freezer. So when they want to ice you down, that's just like a super cold towel they wrap around you. So
do they?
Yeah. So
yeah,
that probably bill the insurance going to be about $300 for the towel.
Know. For your icy towel.
For my icy towel. Yeah, and I got to go past the fucking school to get there.
Yeah, is there traffic?
Well, today was the first day I went in the morning. Excuse me, no. School was closed on Monday. No, there was a delay on Monday.
Yeah.
That was my first morning appointment. I was
so you were like, oh, this is a breeze.
Breeze right in. And then today I got there 15 minutes early and I waited maybe one light cycle, I think, or something like that.
All right.
So it wasn't bad.
You didn't start cursing, motherfucker.
No, not this time.
Beeping the horn.
Oh,
the boss.
Waving my fucking cane out the window.
Yeah. I went to that physical therapy place over there years ago for my shoulder, I think.
Oh, is that the one you went to?
Yeah, maybe it was my shoulder, but it was before I got surgery, though. But yeah. and then I went to another one after that down by where my therapist is. you know, down in
Oh
Milford
yeah,
there.
I went there with you
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there.
over by Primetime
Over
Meats.
by Primetime Meats. Yep. But they're all the same wherever you go. They got you doing all kind of silly exercises.
Oh, this one kid was in there. He must have been a football player from Wallenport School. They had him doing like fucking pirouettes and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A little side to side and all that.
Yeah.
Pirouettes, handstand, run head first through the wall.
Yeah.
Gotta get you ready. Gotta get you ready to tackle.
The elephant walk was weird. That one I didn't see. I wasn't sure how that was helping my ankle. I mean, and 20 fucking minutes of it.
Oh man, how is it feeling, man?
Yesterday and today feels like shit. But yeah, I walk.
Are you gonna have to wear, or should you wear a brace like the rest of your life? No.
I don't believe that to be the case. I don't think I'm wearing. I probably should have wore the boot today. I didn't wear the boot today. That might have taken some pressure off the walking, but it's so fucking. I can't really. It's a pain in the ass. I can't really drive with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can, but it's not the greatest idea in the world. And then it's such a pain in the ass to put that fucking thing on, in the car. So
I had an uncle that wore a brace. I wonder if that's why now. I never asked, when we were kids, but it was like a metal thing that come like this, right? And then maybe it came up to here. I don't know. But anyway, and then it came down into his shoe, and I think it kept his ankle from rolling out and shit like that. It was like
might be a polio brace too.
Might have been. I don't know. Eric is back.
Oh, Eric, what's up? What did you miss? Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't prepared for it to take this fucking long, and I think it would feel much better if it would swell less.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do?
You got to
It would've been
elevate
a
it.
lot worse.
Elevation, and then you got to ice it, right? What about heat? Does heat make it swell up, or does it make it?
They told me. I asked the physical therapist, and he said that I think it was the physical therapist that I asked, and he said, yeah, it doesn't at this point. He's like, heat or cold, it's gonna swell either way.
Okay.
And whatever makes you feel better.
All right. Did you punch him in the face after that and tell him that really made me feel better?
Oh, I felt great after that. I felt fucking 10 out of 10.
Good.
But yeah, could always be worse.
Yeah.
But it sucked. It was Monday's 45 degrees. Made every fucking driveway an ice slick on Tuesday.
Yeah, I know, man. My backyard is a fucking sheet of ice where I walk the dogs out in the morning because it's all packed down in snow from the dogs walking on it, and then the ice came, and then it's just ice cold out. And now tonight, here we go.
Fun time. Longboard wants to know, did they have you bend over and grab your ankles as part of the therapy? Yeah, but you have to walk like that. Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Usually that's the one where the doctor, I think, was sitting down and he had you walk backwards towards him.
Yes, while playing Iron Horses.
I thought he was playing a ukulele.
Oh God, I'm sure only we find this fucking bullshit funny. But
so what's going on next week here?
Okay, so this is a fucking story. Now we're gonna go long. A
little bit long.
So,
because we gotta pump this one.
I'm gonna talk. We'll talk more about this, but this is the story. I have for quite some time now not acted on it, but I have a lot of survivalist things in my Amazon shopping cart. and then start slowly pulling the trigger
Sure.
and making a good, efficient 2-person bug out bag.
Yes.
And I got a trial of Angel Studios. I don't know
Mhm.
if you've been seeing that in reels a lot. They have they have a lot of self-produced movies. Some of them have a little bit of a religious Christian slant to them. But there's this show seems to get a lot of traction. It started out as a movie and now it's a series called Homestead.
Homestead. Okay, now where can I see this?
You'd have to sign up for the Angel Studios app.
Okay.
So you can't see Homestead, I don't think, but there are certain things you can see for free without signing up.
Yeah, right. Cool.
So Homestead is apocalyptic type deal,
Mm-hmm.
and they're living at this, I guess, fucking billionaire's giant fucking homestead. But it got me interested in this stuff. So I texted Rail and I said that's why I want I want the mentor of the show to be about that. Bug out bags, shit hits
I
the
have
fan.
a bug out bag.
But it's not that kind of bugging out though.
No. I never felt the need for one until 2020 when COVID came. And then I was like, something's just up. And I just felt like something was happening more involved than any of us knew. And I felt like there might be a need to be ready to just grab my family and go, And I've always had it. I still have it. Yeah.
So, like, what I want to do with my bug out bag too is include stuff like water filtering straws and fire starters and like redundant fire starters and a medical kit and that kind of stuff. So,
and what's important to have? I know this may sound silly, but a book on how to do all of those things when you don't have those things. Like,
absolutely.
Like, how to start a fire.
Oh, yeah.
Plus,
once the grid goes down, you'll have plenty of time to read.
Yeah. I mean, I know how to start a fire or whatever, but, I know Jesse does, but Livy hasn't learned yet. I waited until
bacon hands.
Old bacon hands over there. Old oven mitts. I waited till Jesse was 10, I think, maybe a little older before I showed her how to start the fire in the fireplace and how to actually use the wood burning stove. These are important things to know, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People don't realize, like when the shit hits the fan. And it's cold, you better know how to light a fucking fire and how to keep it going,
or you're fucked.
Yeah.
So anyway, this has been a long-term interest of our friend Rail, and he's gotten much more serious about it in the last few years.
Good for him, man.
I know to the point where he buys MREs and that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
We need to create a homestead. That's what we should do.
I agree.
Have Linda grow coconuts. They could sustain us.
Grow tomatoes.
Yeah, I mean, well, look what coconuts did for the fucking Gilligan's Island people. They lived for years just on coconuts.
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of good parties on that island. Those coconut shells.
Oh, they did.
They made cups out of them, bowls out of them.
How you call braziers?
Braziers out of them.
Yeah. So next week. And he'll be live in studio.
Oh, he's coming in house.
He's coming in house.
Whoa! This is an honor.
It's big.
This is going to be big.
It's big.
Christ, we're going to be able to fit all this ego in one room between the three of us.
I'm having a hard time just containing my own.
Jesus Christmas! All right. Well, we'll have to figure it out, I guess.
So we're going to pump this up a little bit, and because Rail's got a lot of friends. And hopefully they'll check it out. So that'll be next week. Same bat time.
Okay.
Wednesday at 7.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.